Hi Ayva. This is Ayva. She is another one of my babies. She's a mixed carpet python. Oops, with the jag gene, and she has some very mild neuro with that. It's not that noticeable at this stage. But she is my most skittish snake. She's still extremely nervous. She doesn't bite, doesn't strike. She's just very jumpy. Aren't you, huh? You're getting a little bit better. Into a little face. My camera doesn't focus very well. But here she is. There's your head. And as we can see, all snakes have a fascination for cameras. Huh, Ayva? So as far as I know, she was sold to me as a mixed carpet, and she is a mix of coastal, Bredli, and Darwin. And the jag gene, I'm pretty sure actually comes from coastals originally, not jungles as a lot of people think. And unfortunately, quite a few carpets with the jag gene also get some neurological problems with it, which is a shame. And I do wonder if it's actually making her a little bit more jumpy. But sometimes you'll just see her head shake a little bit when she's getting a bit nervous. And she'll just lean a little bit too far backwards when she's trying to go up. Other than that, she moves fine, and she's a really good eater. And she seems really healthy. Main thing with jags is to try and keep their stress levels low. And even though it does stress her out to handle her, in my own opinion, the sooner they do get used to you and used to being handled, the lower their stress level will get around people. If you don't handle them and if you don't get them used to it, then they're just going to stay scared. So she needs to learn that I'm her friend, and I mean her no harm, and she's perfectly safe, and there's nothing to fear when she's out with me. And just, you know, as time goes on and she gets bigger and more used to me, her confidence will improve. And I'm hoping she may eventually learn to like coming out just like Monty does. Like Monty always liked coming out. He's just a completely different personality. Monty's the opposite. He's not really scared of anything, and he wants to be out with me all the time. She spends most of her time hiding. You see a little nose sometimes peeking out her hide, just looking at me. She shoots back in again. As you can see, I'm not really handling her as such at the moment. I'm just letting her hold on to me and move around on me rather than holding her or trying to make her do, you know, move around on without, sorry I said that wrong, without trying to make her move around. I'm just letting her excuse me, move around on her own. And when I get her out of her box, I don't reach in and pick her up. I open the lid and I let her come up beside herself, and then I just put my hand there where she can climb onto it, and occasionally she'll climb onto it. Usually she tries to avoid it, but I try as much as I can to make it seem like their idea to get onto me rather than me trying to force them. And I try to do it as smoothly and gently as I possibly can. Unless, of course, she bolts, which she sometimes does. She'll just go flying, which is why I called her Ayva, because Ayva means bird, and when we first met she went flying across the room like a bird. She just freaked out that much. So she's a lot better than that now. But she will occasionally still just take off and bolt, and then that's the only time I'll ever grab her, just to stop her from taking off under something and disappearing on me or getting into a unsafe situation. I'll only ever grab her if I have to keep her safe. But anyway, this is just a little intro video to Ayva. And she's a very pretty girl. And she's a very sweet girl. She's just scared. But she's not the least bit nippy. She's not nipped at all. Not even a hint of it. She'd rather take off and run for her life than bite anyone. What are you doing? You're trying to get to my laps. This is what she does. Whoops. She just jumped. So right now I'm just going to be really slow and careful, because she will try to bolt, and if I have to drop the camera I will. That's what I mean. Instead of grabbing them, just slide your hand under, just let them get onto you. I'm going to put her back in her tub in a minute, because she's had a little, I don't like to keep her out for too long at this point. I just take her out for a little while each day, just while I'm tidying up her tub and stuff, and eventually she'll start getting less jumpy, I hope, and start to become more trusting. And stop it with this stunt woman act where you think you can just jump off me or go flying through the air. Lucky you had a little soft trampoline to land on. Oh, she scares me sometimes. I'm scared she's going to hurt herself. That's why I like to sit on the bed with them in case they do fall off. They're not going to hurt themselves. Now you're going to look at the camera, are you? Huh? What? What? You're a funny one. Okay, you going to say bye-bye? Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Ayva? She's a good girl. Okay. Bye-bye.